Ooh. I need- All right, y'all. I have to fix the camera. I got my phone charged. See, I got the little man bun. I don't know if y'all see this. Let me fix this up. Let's see. Still kind of cut off. I don't know. Um. So Super Bowl Sunday today. This is the last one of 2020, y'all. The last Super Bowl Sunday. Now I'm waiting for y'all to come on. I know that we just sent the notification out maybe an hour and a half ago to let you all know that Super Bowl Sunday would be live today. And so I know that most of you weren't prepared for it. But we have some news to talk about. So, you know, I'm gonna wait for Felicia to come down because this is pertinent information. And to be honest, it's this conversation is going to be kind of off the cuff. We haven't prepared, don't know what subject we're going to go over today, if we're going to go over one at all. But we do have an important announcement for you all that we need you to know. Okay. So I'm giving her time to come downstairs. I'm giving y'all time to come in. For all of the people who are seeing the playback, I'm probably going to trim this down so that you don't get all this dead space. But at this point, I'm just kind of waiting for Felicia to come downstairs and for you all to come on because I'm not seeing anybody. It says that there are two people watching right now. For the two people that's watching, what's up? Thank you for watching. Can y'all comment? Let me know who's watching, please. And let's kind of set the ground rules, right? Um, we want y'all to talk to us. Type something. Let us know that you're there. Any questions that you have, even if it's a comment, please express, express, express because the lives are just better when you can have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't hear what I said earlier, I'm just saying again, we have an important announcement to make. I don't know when we're going to make it. I know that I'm waiting for Felicia to come downstairs. However, today flows, it flows. But I'm glad that you're on, glad that you're watching. How is your 2020? Okay. How has your 2020 been with COVID, with everything going on? Have you lost anybody that was important to you? Check in. Check in. And what do you feel about 2021? Y'all anxious? You nervous? You excited? What? Let me know. And do you like my man bun? Do you like the man bun? This is different. It's different for me, y'all. I don't have a whole lot of hair yet. My hair is probably out to here. If you put the hot comb through it, no, no, that's a little too big. Maybe right here, maybe like right there. That's where it goes to. So yeah, I told Felicia, babe, give me the man bun. Let's see how it look. I think I hear some steps right now. Oh, she in her workout. Oh, she about to get it in tonight. She about to get it in tonight, baby. We have two people watching. So far, I don't know
Right.
who.
Oh, hey.
Let's see.
You left me out.
It's a strong delay. So,
Oh, it's
oh no, no, that's
strong.
perfect. It's a strong
It's
delay.
strong, strong.
Yeah, it's strong,
Like
strong.
you.
No, you strong, strong.
I am strong, strong.
You make me stronger, stronger.
Really.
Yes, you do. You look so good.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm taking fitness to another level.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been eating horribly for 3 days.
Yes.
And when I say horribly, I mean macaroni and cheese. What did your grandmother call my cake? Put your foot in it,
Oh,
slap
yes.
me.
Uh,
What is it called?
wait. I didn't hear what she
Knock
said.
your mama out.
All that.
Sock it to me.
Sock
Sock
it
it
to
to
me, cake.
me.
Sock it to me, cake.
I have been living la vida loca.
You
And it's
have.
showing in my lower abdominal section. But I know 2 days I'll be back.
You will be back.
I'll be detoxed. And then it'll be time to celebrate my baby. Because his birthday is coming. His birthday is coming. What we talking about today? The
I
book coming too, though. On his birthday.
tell them the book.
His
What book? What book?
hardcover.
What book? What book's coming out?
They know the book.
Tell them again, cause I don't know.
From the Womb to His Mate.
Mm-hmm.
Sharif wrote this book. It was originally called Memoirs of a Mama's Boy, which was my favorite title
Yeah.
because it has all these moments in the book that kind of showcases how he was delivered.
What's up, Rastania?
Is that my girl? Hey, girl. Oh, hey.
Mhm.
But the thing is, being a mama's boy is not a bad thing.
Right.
It's a bad thing for your woman.
Right.
You know, I'm a mom of a boy of two, and so I'm super like I'm on them, and that's good. That's healthy, right? Moms, it's good. You know, I got my son back. Okay, if a girl don't face my son play, I'm gonna tell you right now,
Yeah.
send her back. But for a woman,
Yes.
that can be a bit of a burden when you're competing with his mother. And you are competing. There is a little competition there because, you know, the mother, she feels like her son is amazing. And he is, but he's a man.
Right.
He's not a son.
Right.
And the son and the man, you are not the same.
Mm.
You will not be received the same. And sometimes it's hard for the mom of the mama's boy to understand that. And so he's going back and forth in his mind because he's like, I'm wonderful. You're the problem.
Mm.
My mom has been telling me I was wonderful since the day I was born.
Right.
You're insane.
Right.
And so that this book really talks about Sharif's experiences. People think the book is about us because of the title change, but it's not.
Right.
The book really highlights how to cope, how to get through that for the woman because you know it's been written that women read a little more than men.
Did you write this book?
I mean,
I mean, dang. You giving it to me. I
I
love
have
it. Keep
been
going.
I
Keep
have
going.
been on his side. This book
I
is
know.
my fourth child.
I know. I know it really is. And I'm so happy because uh we did the finalizing of it on Amazon today. So it's all in there. Again, it's gonna be out on the 31st.
No, no, no. On his
Um
birthday,
on my
December
birthday,
31st.
December 31st. So Babe was right there with me. We were trying to, or I'm not gonna say we. She was trying to watch something.
General Hospital.
General Hospital. Oh wow. She was trying to watch General Hospital and I came in, I was like, babe, sorry I have to interrupt you, but I really wasn't
But he
sorry.
wasn't.
And we just had to go through we had to go through some things on the book. But go back to what you said, women read more than men.
I mean, it's been documented that women are more avid readers than men are. And so when you design the book with the woman in mind, I didn't think that was a horrible idea. I
Mm,
just know that the misconception becomes because everything we do is about our marriage. I
right.
just knew that the misconception would be that the book was about our relationship, and sometimes people get bored of that.
Yeah, that's cool that you spoke to that. And this isn't the first time you said it. I think on record now, this is like the third time you've said it. And in the back of my head, I haven't even asked you, but I was like, why does she keep saying that? But I didn't make that assumption that somebody can actually think that this book is about our relationship.
Mm-mm, it's not. And it's
Yeah, I
also
get that.
odd to me because people don't, the feedback that I've been getting is like, well, I don't have a mama's boy, or I didn't date a mama's boy. I don't understand a mama's boy. But it's bigger than that. It's don't be the mom of a mama's boy.
That too. Yeah.
Don't create that, because
That
it's
part.
so easy for us as mothers. In general, we love our babies, but our daughter, mine especially, she's just a little more detail oriented and family oriented than my boys are. And so,
Hold on. Backtrack. You
mm,
said that Saya, our daughter, is more
yes,
detail oriented.
when it comes to family
Oh yeah, yeah,
matters,
yeah. You're right.
when it
You're right.
comes to family matters, she is a little more conscious
You're right.
of her environment. So I don't worry about her as much. So I'm always checking in on my boys. You okay? You hungry? So I would be like, we need to eat,
She does.
and my brothers need some too. Sharif will be like, are you cooking breakfast? Is it coming?
That's
And so
true.
I'm constantly feeding that part of him that doesn't stand up for himself.
Wow.
And so that's what I mean. That it helps that woman. It's a guide
Fires.
for a mom. It's a guide for a mom to be. It's a guide for a woman in love with this man.
Yeah.
It's a guide for the man himself. Like, you, bro, you're not crazy. You're being controlled by your mother. And
Wow.
here's why. And you're not a freak, and it's not a problem, and it's a healthy way to turn that around. And I love that the book, the way it's so beautifully written and so well thought out. And go ahead.
I'm glad
I,
that
I
you
need to
said that.
stop talking
No,
about the
no,
book.
no, no. Please do, because you giving me like some commercial points. Like I could be running this blurb right now, so I'm memorizing everything that you're saying. But I like that you said it's beautifully written, right?
Because
Because,
you're the writer.
well, first, yes, because I'm the writer. That's true. That's true. But with it being beautiful, nobody feels nobody feels beautiful when they feel judged.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? And that was a
food
goal
for
of mine
thought.
in this book,
Hmm.
is that the tone of it wasn't judgmental. It was understanding, but it was also empowering for the man who identifies as a mama's boy, for the woman who is in a relationship with a mama's boy, because y'all typically, if you're in that type of relationship, a woman who's in that relationship will feel like she's second place a lot. And that can get taxing on a woman's self-esteem, who like
Hmm.
she's giving and putting this man first, like prioritizing him,
Yes.
but he keeps prioritizing mom.
Yeah.
And that can make a woman feel some way, you know,
Yeah.
because you're so focused on building up her house that you're letting this one crash. So I I wanted it to be empowering and understanding and like no judgment. You feel
Uh-huh.
me? Because I think that's the only way that a person can hear with an open ear and start to change.
Yes.
So the fact that you called it beautiful, I appreciate that,
I
baby.
said it was beautifully written,
Beautifully written,
and it was
yes.
thoughtfully written.
And
But
I
we're not here to
thank
talk
you.
about that. What we are here to talk about
Thank
is
you.
one of the stories in the book, going back into the whole mama's boy thing. So Sharif, we all know that Sharif, he had a dalliance one time.
Oh, sorry.
What?
Rastanya said that I'm with a mama's boy.
E.
This is definitely a book for me and him. And it is for you and for him. I believe that. Let me ask you,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go right into what you were going to say. If you were, well, you are, but let's say you were purchasing this book and you're in a relationship with a mama's boy. Do you think
All facts.
it's best, right? Do you think that it's best for y'all to read it
No.
together, for you to read it yourself?
Yes.
So, what do you think that Rastanya should do?
She already told you what she's gonna do. She's gonna purchase the book for her and for him.
Yeah, but after that, do you think that she should read it first?
No, I think that they should read it separately, and I think that on the pillow they should have dialogue about what it is that they kind of took out from the book.
Rastan,
And
do you
I
hear that?
think,
That means buy two copies. That's what that
and I
means.
think that she should let him go first
Yes.
and
I was just about to
try
say
to
that.
go at it without an opinion,
Yep.
because this, like, Saya is a leader. You know what I mean? And Sharif is a leader as well, but Saya is just a leader in a different way.
Our daughter, Saya. Yeah.
Right. And so we lead differently than they lead. And sometimes it can be more mindfully. And so I think, just letting him spearhead that, and allowing, I think it'll improve the relationship, and I
Yeah.
think it helps with growth. When I was experiencing this with Sharif, um it took a lot of tolerance because I hadn't arrived at the location of patience.
Great word.
And so I was really tolerant, and I needed to study his mom and
Wow.
him, and separately.
Wow.
And it wasn't until I humbled myself and tried to understand her that I was able to understand him.
Mm,
I'm constantly learning from my mother-in-law about my husband
mm,
in very different ways. And Sharif has come a mighty long way from the mama's boy mentality.
mhm.
But it's important. It was important. My listening came first, and my understanding. I needed to be open, and things even that I still today I'm like, girl, you be doing too much. But I
Wow.
understand as a woman, I understand her modus operandi.
Wow.
So it helps me. It helps me breathe,
I feel that.
and I've learned my boundaries.
What you mean?
Like my mother-in-law, she picks with my husband a lot.
She does.
Again, that's the mama.
Right.
I'm with the man.
Right.
Okay, I know where you went wrong in life, ma'am.
Right.
She gonna kill me. But I do. I'm on the pillow with him, and I've learned the little boy's insecurities from the mouth of the man.
Mm,
And so when my mother-in-law picks at my husband, the bear in me quite naturally rises up, and
right.
I'm like, okay, Vern,
Talking about my man.
right.
Yeah.
And she be
Treated
like,
them as my right.
okay, see,
Right.
that's
That's
mine.
mine. Right.
And I'm like, yeah,
He said,
nah.
"Eh."
The stuff I gotta deal with, boo, you created.
Yo.
So,
Yo. I like that.
but it's those moments, where I have learned my boundaries. Though I know when and when not to tune in. Like, what was it? The last time we were all together, not this time, but the time before that. She was talking about Sharif's facial hair. Was it your facial hair?
Yeah. Yeah. Like my mustache and my beard and all that. Saying how like my mustache would never get like man thick and all that. I'm
Yeah.
like, what?
And I was
What?
like, and her friends were there, so I
Right.
I was like, okay, you
Right.
worry about your son, and I'm talking about my husband. And she was like,
Right.
and then Sharif, kind of tuned in and was like, I got this, which hurt my feelings. And so there's that fine balance that I'm
It
talking
hurt your
about here. It hurt
feelings.
my feelings. I felt attacked. First of all, we were in his family home. We weren't in our home.
Right.
His mom was there. His
But it
grandmother
didn't
was
happen to
there.
you. It was happening to me.
I'm walking you
Oh
because
yeah, yeah, yeah.
maybe
Sorry,
you
sorry,
guys can
sorry.
relate. Um,
Oh.
and so his mother was there. His grandmother was there. His mother's squad was there, and his mother's favorite sister cousin was there. And this is happening, and I'm seeing Sharif's face processing what she's saying, and I didn't like what I saw. And so when I tuned in, and then Sharif jumped back, he was like, "No, I got this," and I was like, "I am a stranger right now,
Mm.
and I am in the midst of, I'm the outcast, and you
Wow.
shunned me, and that made me feel like I'm never taken up
Why did
very
we not talk? Like, why are we just now talking about this? Which
well.
I
I tried
like
to
this
talk about it.
conversation right now on live. Like, I really do. But I'm like, this happened. This happened during Thanksgiving. This is almost like a whole month
Well,
later,
I tried
and
to
I'm
talk
hearing
to you
this.
about it, and you were like, "No," because I had it, and like I said, I've learned my boundaries. As a man, he needed that moment.
Oh, I'm glad that you see that.
Yeah,
Can we go into
sure.
why did I need that moment though? Why do you think? No, let me just say it
Yeah.
because I don't
It's
want to
like,
set you up for
here
a
you
question.
go.
Like you're
Right.
wrong. F. This is why. All right, all right, all right. Listen. The reason why I needed that moment to say, "Yo, I got this," is because boom. If my wife speaks up for me, it's looked at as she's speaking up for me, not that she's coming to my defense because this is my wife. Like my wife has told me before, if a man was to come and fight you, we jump in that dude. And I'd be like, yo, no, but wait, like I got it. She's like, no, I'm
Don't
jumping
lose
up
and
in
draw.
there.
I'm
Right.
jumping in.
I'm jumping in. So that's the chick that I got. And honestly, y'all should all be that way. Like really, if your man is in the fire, you go in there, guns are blazing
Mhm.
too. And it is what it is. But the reason why I was so strong in that and saying that I have it is because for the history, now remember, mama's boy, for the history with my mother, anytime that I would stand up for my family
Mhm.
or to say like what goes on, what does not go on in my house, she thinks there's a battery in my back.
Absolutely.
So she thinks that it's coming from you
Absolutely.
and not from me. And so I needed to say what I needed to say in that moment and handle that. For me, I'm thinking, and I wasn't even thinking of it in like I was shutting you down,
Mhm.
which I wish we would have talked about that
I
too, babe. Like I'm sorry that
tried,
you felt that way.
and you shut me down again. I was like, I
And
can't.
well, maybe because I was still in that like that mindset.
Mhm.
Because for me, like obviously, I love my mom, and I know my mom loves me, but all this fear and love and war, baby. Love has a component of war in it, and I was warring for myself.
Mhm.
I felt like you were on my team, but I already know how you go. Felicia will assertively say it right there, boom, boom, boom. And when it comes to her being my mother, I'll sometimes like hold my mouth up. A lot of times, I will hold my mouth and just hold whatever in, and then express it to you on the pillow, but then not say anything to her. You know what I'm saying? So in that moment, I'm like, nope, Sharif, go at it. But I didn't know you
Yeah,
felt like I was shutting you
I felt
down.
shut down because, like I said, it wasn't just us, which is why I came to his defense. If it would have just been Sharif and his mom and his grandma and his brother and this would have been happening, I'd be like,
Just a regular
ah,
family, yeah, but
right. But it's like
it was a
you're
concert of
embarrassing my
people.
husband in
Right,
front of your friends, and
right,
he is the elder of their church, and they
right,
all see him as such. This is your boy,
right.
but
Not theirs.
but no, this
Right.
is the elder of their church, and so that was one end of it, and the second end of it for me is the woman. Now I do have a separate relationship with my mother-in-law. The woman that I've come to know and respect um appreciates that I take care of her son.
Yes, she
And
does.
so even when it comes to her though, there's no
There's
bounds.
no bounds.
Like Sharif is my priority.
Right,
And no one is going to say anything bad about him.
right,
Never.
right.
And so for me, when you did that to me, I was like, okay, learn your place. And it hurt my feelings. But I had to put myself second and acknowledge that you needed that moment for yourself.
Fires. I appreciate that.
Because
Why? What's the? What's that? What's that
it
laugh?
still hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
And then,
Well, no. Like, let's talk about that because yo, listen, this is live. Okay.
well, we have comments.
Okay. Well, you can read them if you like.
You're the reader of comments. You read
I'm trying
comments
to bend
better.
it back and forth. Can you bend a little bit too so you can show this
No,
beautiful
I
hair
always
of
bend.
yours? Oh,
No.
wow. That was real shade, y'all. But
I'm
okay.
not bending this time.
Okay. In my psychology class, there's this thing, the Oedipus complex. I wonder if the mama's boy theory has a correlation to the Oedipus complex. Like, is it a continuation of the complex, you know? Um, oh, that's Rastanya. Yeah, so it has a sense of that. And if you're familiar like with Oedipus, that whole thing is his mother and him like they slept together and all that. So mama's boys, they tend to, yes, have like the Oedipus complex. They do. But there's no one size fit all answer. So I would say yes, but then I will also say no to you because from the book that I have, I've identified four types of mama's boys. And it kind of far exceeds just the Oedipus complex. It goes on further. And so you can't just use that one thing to kind of say this is what all mama's boys have in common because they don't. You know what I mean? So, for instance, there is a mama's boy who I classify as the suckling, and the suckling, you would think as you hear the word, oh, he's on his mom tits, get off your mother's nipple, But I make it a metaphor. The suckling is a metaphor to the cow, right? So when a cow is a baby calf, it sucks from his mother's udder. When the big cow, when mother cow is done with the calf, she'll kick, and she'll kick the calf. Sometimes it bruises the calf. Other times it may actually kill the calf. So that's her way of saying, "Get off of me. You're too grown for this, and I'm aggravated." So the suckling is a mama's boy because he has been abused by his mother. He's been stripped from her, but she's never ever equipped him to be a man. So what that looks like, for example, spoke to a young man who he was abused by his mom. By every time that she had a man, she was good with him. Like, this is my son. She was teaching him things and all that. And when she broke up with her men, she was evil towards him and just channel all that energy toward him, right? That right there. And then she would close him off, not want to speak to him, not make him do his chores, just complain, 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 complain. So the point that I'm making there is the suckling's main source of his Oedipus complex, if you will, is from abuse, but that's not what the Oedipus complex is about. So you see what I'm saying? So like it's some multi-layered stuff here. Just get the book,
And
Stanya.
my favorite is the action figure and the flower.
Those are the two archetypes that all live within us. Yeah,
Can
you
we talk?
love that.
I
Yeah, yeah,
love
yeah.
that. No, I want you to talk about that.
So the action figure and the flower, right? The action figure is the go-getter, and the flower is the gatherer. So when you have the action figure inside of you, you're all about the chase, the hunt. I got to go get it. When you are the flower, you're all about let's gather, let's commune, let's magnify relationships, right? So what you typically see in mama's boys is they operate more in their flower than they do their action figure. So, for an example, the flower, if if the woman was to come in and say, "Babe, I need you to put up the blinds," the flower looks at the blinds, keep those blinds on the floor for 3 days, but he's having sex with his wife, he's playing with the kids, he's gathering with friends and doing all this. And that's frustrating for the woman because she's like, I asked you to put up the blinds and they're still on the floor. But you going out, making time for your friends, making time for the kids, you trying to have sex with me? I'm turned off. You can't even follow some instructions. But check this, the flower is a gatherer. This is why I say no judgment. The flower is a gatherer. So he's trying to gather relationships. He's spending time with his friends not because he doesn't want to do the blinds, it's because he values the friendship. He wants to have sex with you or romance you not because he doesn't want to do the blinds and he's trying to use romancing you as a decoy or as a what am I trying to say? He's not trying to reflect like what his assignment is supposed to be, and he's just trying to, romance you. No, it's because he wants to spend time with you. He's spending time with the kids, not because he's trying to make busy and do other projects because he doesn't want to do the blinds. He's spending time with the kids. Why? Because he's a flower and he wants to gather and he wants to increase those relationships. So that's actually an example that's in the book too, because I counseled someone who was that. She was so pissed off because her man did not put the blinds up. And I said, would you rather him had put up the blinds or spend time with your children? And she paused and she was like, well, obviously, like I would want him to spend time with the children. I said, well, that's what he did because he's a flower. Now it's time to pull out his action figure. And how I like to say it is, as a woman, you would much rather want to be a force of change than a force to be reckoned with.
Mm.
Women tend to push men into a behavior and think that this is going to make him be a different man. And you know how like you're driving the car and the cop pulls you over, and then all of a sudden, he gives you the ticket or she gives you the ticket and tells you having a good day, and you do the speed limit for a little while, and then maybe 2 3 hours later, you going back to speeding again. That's because somebody forced you to follow the rules, but they didn't pull you, they didn't attract you. You know what I'm saying? So I would much rather you pull a man into change because you have the power to do so. Women have the power of persuasion, and it's not just in between your legs. You feel me? Like y'all have women were never able. Look at history. You were never able to change the world by blunt force like
Mm.
men were. So you had to use your minds. You had to, dare I say this word, manipulate men. And I know that we look at that like a bad thing, but like manipulation is all up in relationships. It's not an evil thing. It's how you use it. You had to manipulate. You had to strategize. You had to seduce. That's what women had to do. So y'all have the power of persuasion. You just have to pull. You have to pull it from within yourself, and you have to not operate in judgment and learn to be a force of change and not a force to be reckoned with. I don't want to be with a woman who's going to try to force me to change because I'm not going to do it. You can tell me go to the gym all day long. No, make it incentivize me. Make it look sexy to me. You feel what I'm saying? So, to the point, the flower and the action figure. There are ways to pull out more of that action figure in the man so that, and it's laid out in the book. Step one, step two, step three. It's simply laid out. Strategies and techniques that you can use to pull that action figure out and make him see his manliness, his action figure. You know what I'm saying? And so the mistake though is that women always think, yeah, I just want him to be an action figure. But then you complain when he's not bringing out his flower side, when he don't want to gather with you because he wants to hunt. Now you have an ambitious alpha male who's just out there. You don't want that either. Because although he's making time to supply, he's making time to provide, he's not making time to be the paramour in your life. He's not making time to gather and increase our relationship and make it more romantic and woo you. He ain't got time for that. He's like, girl, I'm paying these bills. I'm doing what I got to do. You got this mink on, right? I got you Gucci and Fendi and all this, right? Respect that, love that. And you know what it is? I'm a high, this is what they call themselves, high value men. Which, okay, I get it. I totally get it. There are men out there who are ambitious and they have more time for their work because they have to produce this lifestyle than they do for honestly being with their children and their wives. Like there are men out there who are on social media who are like these real empowering gurus in a sense. This one dude said he only sees his children on the weekend.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're the type of female that wants to be with that type of dude, then okay. But like in Rasanya's place, because you put it out there, you're in a relationship with a mama's boy. So he may not be that type. He may operate more from his flower. And if the man operates more from his flower, then you have to understand the techniques and strategies that you can use because you got it in the palm of your hand. How? Go on Amazon, baby, and get that ebook for $8.99 or get that printed copy for $15.99. You'll have it, you'll have me talking to you, being your coach right there. Like, yo, you can do this. Oh, he said that. This is what you should say in a response. You know what I'm saying? And then like go to my YouTube channel, like my personal one, Mr. Ephraim, because I do these weekly videos and it's just like to pump you up and to help you. Let me be your medicine. I got you.
First of
I can
all,
bring you to
don't
that.
use that
No,
voice talking
no.
about you gonna
I'm gonna
be
be your
somebody's
medicine.
medicine.
You so jealous, and I love it.
Oh,
I love how
oh
you so jealous.
my God.
What were you saying about so that yo? Let's read some comments because I just went
You
ham.
went where you should go.
I went ham, babe. Gosh, dog. Okay, where we at? So, Rastanya, oh my God, I have a feeling that this book is going to be so good. It is. She said, "Yes, I see that you. I see what you're saying." Rastanya said, "Haha, the blinds example. Are you in my home? The blinds were there next to the window for a good 4 days. So I end up putting up the blinds myself. All
That's what
wrong.
we do.
Yo, but that's
That's what we
no,
do.
truthfully, and I understand that, but there is a way to cause that man to put up the blinds. There is a way, and it's actually laid out in the book. I mean, there's a simple strategy that you can do with that. You know what I'm
Well, what
saying?
is it?
Do you want me to give it up right
No, I
now?
want you to give food for thought, though.
Okay, so food for thought would be this. All right. First thing is go back to what I said just about 5 minutes ago. Adopt the mindset of being a force of change and not a force to be reckoned with. I have to keep on
You
re-emphasizing
do.
that because that's very important because I know how it is. I'm not a woman, but I've been with one woman long enough who's tolerated and had to be patient with my isms that I realize the frustration that you all experience because you then become a if not me then who woman,
Right.
right? If not me then who? Nobody else. So I have to get it done. You know, there is a way to shift yourself from if not me then who to if not me then we. You feel what I'm saying? Like you can definitely make that shift, But the way that you do that is you include your man. So I'm gonna give you an answer like this. Sometimes as frustrating as it is, and honestly, this is only for select women who are in these type of relationships. Not every woman can handle being in a mama's boy relationship.
Not many.
Not many. So that's up to you to say, yo, am I going to deal with this or not? And no judgment there. But repetition is a mother of all skill. There are times that you'll have to repeatedly say something like 26 times, like the ABC. And you have to say it and say it and say it. And as frustrating as that is, because you're like, you're not my child. I have to say things to my child over and over again. I shouldn't have to say this to a grown man. But he's not grown in that area because within every king there is a kid.
That's true.
And so I'm giving you jewels by not spilling out, but I guess I'm spilling out anyway. So let's just go at it because we're here.
Well, we're not gonna go at it
Well,
because we
no,
want you to
we're
buy the
no,
book.
no, no, no. We're here because like no, honestly, because like there may be some things that you will need to hear that actually help you out too. Because I'm positive that you'll buy this because this thing is awesome. But there is a kid in every king. And so many times the woman has to speak to the kid and put the king on pause. The king is going to get things done, but the kid, there's insecurities.
Yes.
There's a reason why he's not doing something when he's given an instruction. You know what I'm saying? So you have to speak to that kid. And what do all kids love? They love
Yeah.
praise.
Yeah.
They love praise. You have to then, if you give a mission, don't be afraid as a woman to play the victim.
Yes.
Do not be
It's the secret
afraid
recipe.
to say that you need a superhero.
Yes.
Babe, can you put up them blinds? Because I don't know if I can really put the nails up right. I tried and it's hurting my fingers. You know what I'm saying? Or I can't use like this power tool. I don't know what I'm doing. Let him be like, girl, you don't know what you're doing. Oh, man, get out of here. My God, man, you always want me to do stuff. Like, you don't know how to put up no blinds. And even if he's doing that, even if he's complaining, is he doing it though? Is your job done? Did you just manipulate this man into doing what you need him to do? Yes, because you then became the victim and you needed a superhero. You were Lois Lane and you needed Superman, not Clark Kent. You needed him to open up that and show his ass on his chest and come in to the rescue. And that's what you have to do. No, listen, that's what you have to do. It's a must. It's not an option because you're in this type of relationship. And women, I see a lot of women who say on YouTube, "Oh, I'm so glad I got out of that relationship. I would never be with another mama's boy again." Okay, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Like there are women out there who just can't do it. I understand that. But if you have a certain tolerance level and patience level that you can do this, i.e., Shifi Ali, she had that. So and has it. So you can do it. You know what I'm saying? She looked at all of that and said, "Okay, I'm trying to build this. Can I deal with this about him and still be able to build with this man?" And she betted on me, and thank God you did. You know what I'm saying? Because it helped to groom me, to grow me. You
What I
groomed
think is
me.
important to another reason why I love the action figure versus the flower is because people think that mama's boys are weak, they're sensitive,
Yeah,
they're lowly,
yeah,
and that couldn't be farthest from the truth.
right.
I know a mama's boy who is an action figure,
Boom. I say it. Boom.
and
Yes,
he's strong,
yes,
and he's
yes,
focused and ambitious,
yes,
and he needs the same thing that you were just talking about.
yes,
He needs to be cheered along. He needs to feel wanted. He needs to be made a priority.
yes,
He needs that.
right.
And so it's not just, this is the thing about women.
Hmm.
Recently, I've come in contact with about 5 women, and they all have a certain thing in common. They have a type. They are a type. And I noticed that these women are single. And I'm listen, marriage is not. It does not have to be your end all be all. Neither does a relationship. I'm not raising my daughter like that. But if you aspire to be in a long term relationship, a committed one, you have to throw away this idea that we all were raised with. There's Barbie and her little frail arms, and
Mm,
there's Ken, and he's big and muscular, but
mm,
his hair is perfect, but
mm,
he apparently gets the job done. I don't
right.
know. You have to throw that away, and you do have to adopt the principles that Sharif is talking about here. You do have to adopt this. Okay, let me humble myself.
Yes.
Let me be a girl, and it's that simple. A
Yes.
girl and a boy.
Right.
We grow up and we think man and woman, and
Right.
yes, you have the tasks and assignments of a
Right.
man and a woman, but you're still a boy and a girl with the bare necessities of a boy and a girl.
Right.
You need to feel wanted. My
Right.
son won't even let me bring the groceries in.
Right.
He's 7. I'm
Right.
like, Sharif, this water is so heavy. And he's like, don't worry about it, mom. Let me show you.
Yep.
That's what they need. But
Yep.
these 5 women are so mentally, they're so headstrong. They're like, I gotta do it. I'm gonna do it. They talk to men really bad. They don't. That extra push.
Yes.
It's not babying him to
Right.
give him a little nudge. I do it to Sharif all the time.
Right.
Dude, I'm not going to pick up those clothes off the floor.
Right.
Like I'm just not gonna do it. Yes, I
Right. Did it
can do it,
today.
but I'm not.
Right.
And it's not like being with a mama's boy is not the end of the world. And I need for the mentality of women to kind of shift, especially mothers, because you know how you feel about your son. I'm tough on my sons, but I'm also extremely gentle. They're
Mm.
mine. They're my baby. They were my babies before they were my sons.
Mm.
You know, and I think that if more women went into their relationships with their men, not just the men who identify as mama's boys, but in general, if you went into it with the mentality that, yo, this man
Yeah.
was a boy
Right.
and a baby,
Right.
and this woman has been there through all that.
Right. Exactly.
And she either you have those men that were extremely broken down by their mothers, and
Yes.
those are the men that I wouldn't consider mama's boy.
Right.
For me, a mama's boy is any man who has a positive relationship with his mother.
Right.
Any.
Right. Right. I would totally agree with that. And that's why, like when you keep on saying that word
Yes,
humble,
baby.
you know what I'm saying? Like you have to humble yourself. That is okay. So there was this that's our son right now.
I'm downstairs. I couldn't even think anymore once he
Yo,
started.
you on Facebook?
I did. I went live
Oh,
because
what's
this
up,
is so
Facebook?
good, and I think
So so there was this woman, this young
okay.
lady who she commented under one of my YouTube videos, where I was talking about a man's ego, right? And she said, "Why is there so much information out there for women? Like women have to do this for men, but it's hardly any information out there for men who should do this for women." And it's a few things, right? First, it's because of history. Like really all literature and all that was ran by men. Like the world it was a man's world. You know what I'm saying? So women had to fight for y'all rights. Y'all still fighting for y'all rights. Y'all still fighting to be equal to men. And to me, like woman is God. You feel what I'm saying? Like there would be no population if there was no woman. So y'all so strong and y'all so lovely and y'all are spiritual beings and I appreciate a woman. You feel what I'm saying? But to the point, I'm saying all that because that type of woman, when she asked that question, like, why is all this stuff for what women have to do, what women have to do, what women have to do? When you hear the word humble yourself, you automatically probably think I have to submit. And when you hear the word submit, that means, oh, I have to be trampled on. I got to be stomped on. I got to put my head down to the ground and let this man just walk all over me like a doormat. No, that's not what we're saying here. The humility aspect is very, very key. And why is it key? Because when you are a humble person, it helps to eliminate, once again, like I said earlier, judgment. Judgment, non judgment is key in this type of relationship. Now, Felicia said there is an action figure, a few action figures that she know, like guys who are ambitious, who still has these mama's boys traits. And there are men who I know who they don't have a relationship with their mother. Their mother may have died, their mother may have not been there, but they still have these type of mama's boys qualities
Yes.
about them. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Because they missed out on that part.
Yes.
So then what happens is what we typically do as men when we don't have our moms in that way, when we find a woman that we love, sometimes we will then make our partner into our parent because
Mm.
we miss
Right.
that.
Parenting your partner.
You're
That's in the book.
parenting your
That's
partner
in the book.
because we miss that aspect. And so I know a couple of guys like that. Those who I've actually researched, like I've interviewed and used what they said to help enhance the book and to show you all that you may not be an actual mama's boy, but there are men who have those type of traits and they never probably even have a relationship with their mother. So I'm not saying that to say like everybody can have this book. I would love it if there were more people who would purchase this book who wouldn't necessarily purchase it because it's for mama's boys. It is specifically for that type of group, but you can find lug nuggets.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You can definitely find lug nuggets. There were some people that I sent the ARC copy to, advanced reading copy, but I didn't send them like the whole book. They only read like a few chapters, and they were like, "Oh my god, this book is freaking genius! Like this is key. This is a moneymaker." But for me, it's not so much about the money. Yes, I want you to buy it, but it's about being effective.
Yes.
I want to affect and infect people to change for the better because I want you to see your power in the relationship because that's what's going to help. It's going to help you to realize your power. And when you realize your power, you can then start to make confident decisions.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? And that is especially, do I have what it takes or do I want to have what it takes to be in this relationship and make it do what it do? Or do I have to bow out gracefully? That's you having the confident decision of what you can and can't take or what you will and will not take. You know what I mean?
But most importantly,
Say
for
it.
me, most importantly, the book is life changing for the man
Yes.
who may feel, because men don't really always talk about their feelings in the way
Right.
that we do.
Right.
And they be talking, but they don't really talk about that part and
Right.
the whys.
Right.
And I think that the book speaks to that in the man.
Yes.
The book wakes you up and it helps the man to understand, like, bro, you cannot live your life mooching
Yes.
off of people because you are so used to being taken care of.
That right there was in the book.
That
He's called the Hood Rich.
right.
That's the Hood Rich Mama's boy.
You cannot live your life wait in the waiting room. At some point you're a man. At some point you have to recognize that the women around you who had these voices, who they were talking so much, you have to stop hearing their voice and start to make your own decisions and your own choices about things. And all of that you talk about in the book. So, like I said before, just so beautifully that a man, it's strong enough for a man to receive it,
Yeah.
but it's warm enough for a woman to have compassion.
Word. I
And
feel
for
that.
me, that would
I
that
feel that.
that's what was the most important thing about breaking through when you were in that. Oh my God, when you were operating in that mama's boy
full
manner,
full operation.
I
Yeah.
was just like, I'm exhausted. Like,
Yeah.
I can't keep fighting the person who gave you life.
Yeah.
Her
Right.
voice, my mother-in-law was here for Christmas and she was talking to her friend about how she was with her boys and how her boys had to put their pajamas under their pillow. I said, what?
Mm.
What?
Mm.
You're the reason that I have this life problem. This is a problem in my household.
Yeah.
I don't understand why your pajamas underneath your pillow.
Right.
It's just those little details. Like, this woman literally trained her son
Mm.
to put his pajamas under his pillow. And for me, just put it in the laundry basket, put it back in the drawer, put it on the nightstand. But for the love of Jehovah, do
Mm.
not want to see your pajamas.
Right.
I've been living with Sharif for 9 years.
Yes.
He won't let it go.
Right.
He even has baby Sharif doing it.
I do.
You taught baby Sharif to put his pajamas
That's
under his, and
crazy.
he does it.
And see, here's the thing about that though. It took for my wife to say, "Yo, your mother just said that you used to blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "Whoa, I never thought about that." And then I thought further, and I'm like, "This is what it is. You women have a man who has already had his circuits installed.
Absolutely.
You are at
Yes.
this point an electrician
Yes.
who has to shut down the circuit breaker and you have to rewire this dude. And I think that's what it is right there. That's where the patience and the tolerance comes from. Do you have the patience and the tolerance? which a lot of you do more than what you think, to shut a man down, to shut off your judgments or your expectations about this man, and then rewire him and say, "Oh, that doesn't go here. That goes there. That doesn't go here. That goes there." There is a strong level of attention to
Mm-hmm.
detail that you must have because, like, following the typical stereotypical man, a lot of men don't talk. Like, we talk, you know what I'm saying? But we may not want to hear the feedback from you. So we don't say anything because we don't want it to be an argument or we just don't want to deal with the conversation. So we'll talk to our friends all day, but with you, we'll be like, "Mm." So that means like you have to accept him shut down and you shut down your expectations for him and really rewire this dude. Do you have the patience to do that? Again, a lot of you do. The
Compassion.
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 Do you have the
It's
compassion?
compassion.
It's
For
the
me,
compassion for me.
it's
Yeah.
and you have to go at it with understanding. And you
Yeah.
have to go at it
We love you too,
non-judgmentally.
KP.
You cannot bash this man's mama. Mama.
Mama.
You cannot bash this man's mama as much as you want to say, yo, that shit, you know,
Right.
whatever you, I
Whatever you
can't even think.
whatever you thinking.
You
Yeah.
have to recall. Shh, actively. You have to actively recall the things about your man that you like.
Right.
And you have to be cognizant of her part in that.
Yep. Yep.
And that is what keeps me, well, kept me respectful towards my mother in law in the times where I felt like
Yes.
you raised this man that I love so much. You installed in him the God in him. You took him to church every Sunday.
Right.
You taught him his ABCs.
Yep.
You potty trains him. You
Yep.
know, and once you get to that, the foundational level of it, where you're like, she's not a monster. She may be manipulative. She may be controlling. She may not give you space. She may want to be around all the time. But
She
this,
may think that you're incapable of doing
she
something,
definitely thinks
you
you're
know?
not good enough for her son.
Right.
Because I
Right.
think no one's good enough for my sons right now. Okay, not even sure if it's good enough for my son.
It's still not even dating yet. That's crazy.
But you have, but this woman made him,
Yeah.
and there's some good in her.
Right.
And it's important that you recognize and that you see that and that you try to step out of your frustration and your selfishness and just meet them where they are. And I think that that's where the patience comes
For
in,
sure.
because you just want this man, like, you want him to stand up and be who you know right away,
Right.
and he's fighting against the person who trained him.
Right. Okay.
Today, wait, can I just tell one
Okay.
thing today?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So today, my mother-in-law, I'm doing my brother-in-law's hair, and my mother-in-law was at her point with that. She was ready to go. And so my husband comes upstairs and he's like, "How long you gonna be on his hair, because she's in her way." Now you know what her way is
Right.
because you lived with her way.
Right.
I know what her way is. But let's
You
let's
do.
let's act
Let's
like I
just
don't.
imagine you
Let's
don't.
act like I'm not a
Right.
thinking person.
Right.
Okay. So I said to my husband, I'm on the last braid. It'll be, yes, but this is him. Yes, but how long?
Right. I was like, yes, but how long?
Because he gets in, he goes right into that son mode when his mom is around. So I said, it's got one more break. So Sharifa said, no, but how long? No, no, no. You and your mother are not going to linchpin me to a time
Mm,
because she's getting in her way.
mm,
I need you to calm down, wake the king up,
mm.
take control of the situation with grace, because this is still your parent. It's one more braid. It's happening.
Right.
Okay. So once I said, honey, it's one more braid,
Right.
he backed down, and I noticed his energy changed.
Right.
10 years ago, I'd have been like, yo, what is you doing?
And that right there,
That's not
right.
okay.
That right there
Yeah.
is exactly what I was saying from earlier. That is trying to push a man. You know what I'm saying? To change. Like, why don't you get it? Blah 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 blah. She didn't do that. All of her reasoning that she just said to you, that was never said. All she said to me was, honey, it's one more braid. But again, this now has been years of experience
Right.
in this. So what that did to me, when she said that, I was able to think. I deduced like, yo, she braids my hair. When she braids my hair, I know when it's one more braid, that probably takes X amount of time. Okay. I was like, let me just calm down. It is what it is, because at the end of the day, my wife is doing a service to my little brother. And so it's like she'll get done when she gets done. Y'all just gotta wait. You know what I'm saying?
But
10 years
that
ago,
took
that wouldn't have
right.
been my mindset. And and again, like, not that Felicia did everything perfect as well as I had. And like, there were times that she tried to push and push and push, and I wasn't ready to grow in that area
No,
yet.
no.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but this is why Felicia. If y'all did the playback, did y'all see what Felicia was doing to Saj as he kept on going to the camera like and talking? What were you doing?
Covering his mouth.
And pushing him back, right? Imagine that's what happens to your man when he was a boy.
Wow.
Imagine that's what happened to the kid before he became king status. His mother saw, ooh, I want to play football. Nope, you'll get injured. Ooh, I see this girl and I really like her. Nope. All you need to know is I'm your first girlfriend and no girl's gonna treat you like your mom. Ooh, I want to go out of town for college. Nope. You need to stay right here because you need to take care of family because, but like it goes on and on. The man tried to show himself, talk to express, and he was pulled back from growing in that area
Mhm.
by his mom. And a lot of times it's not out of evil intention.
Right.
It's because the mother's trying to protect her son.
Absolutely.
You're trying to keep him safe
That's
because
it.
no parent wants their child to be in danger.
Right.
So you try, like, you huddle up, and you keep him right here and safe. Right, that you just heard from my son. Like, as a woman, you're like, yeah, baby, get. But as a mom, you're like, no, if you do and somebody back at you, I'm gonna become a bear and I'm gonna eat that child up, or I'm gonna beat that person up, because you want to protect this.
Right.
So that's where it comes from. But the protection becomes overprotection, and it is an enabling behavior that causes him not to grow in the area that he needs to, causes him to stay stuck in his flower and not thrive in his action figure.
Mhm.
And again, we all of us, men and women, have an action figure side and a flower
Yes.
side in us. We just have to learn at what moments to turn them on and off,
And or up and down.
or up and down. You feel me? So I mean, that is woo. My girl Ava Styles said, we talking
Hey
on
girl.
YouTube
Oh
Live.
hey.
She said, "Come through, ponytail."
It's a man bun. It's not a ponytail.
Ponytail.
Besides has a matching.
Oh yeah. Y'all see Sajas? Show 'em, babe. At least show them on Facebook, love.
Well,
I want to see. I want them to see him on Facebook.
well, it's coming out now.
It don't matter.
He's
He's
got
a
a man
baby.
bun.
I just want them to see. Yeah, he got his own man bun.
So my husband wanted him. He wants to see where his hair is at. So
Yeah, I want to see where it at.
I'm gonna
Where
braid
where
it
it at?
up.
Where it at though?
So I mean, yeah, I think it's a good it's a you guys are gonna find that it's a really good read.
Yeah.
You will learn a lot about just how to coexist with the
Yes.
opposite sex. And it's like I said, it's just so for me, the most important thing. Hey, hey,
No, thank you, man.
the most important thing for me is always showing. I need to keep saying the word compassion because mother-in-laws can be the most. It can be the most challenging. This is not. I'm not there with my mother-in-law. We're good,
Right.
but it is. It took time,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Took
key
time.
ingredient was first, me listening to learn and not listening to judge, not listening to persecute. Mostly everything that happened, I was able to forecast it. It was foreshadowing. I knew it was going to happen, how it was going to happen, because I was able to learn her.
Word.
And she is just always, to this day, my mother in law will be like, you can drive to Buffalo because, Sharif, he eats sleep. Sharif is capable. He's capable, ma'am. But I would never say that to her. I just go, you're right.
Right.
Okay. Sometimes it's easy.
Correct.
Sometimes it's just easier to take the high road. Not easier for you.
Right.
It is easier for your man.
Mm.
He doesn't have to feel, he doesn't have to feel stressed and pulled and pushed and tugged and just uncomfortable. Don't make this man choose between the woman he loves and the woman who
I
loves
mean,
him first.
right.
Don't do that.
That's true.
Don't do that. Don't keep them grandkids from. This lady is psycho.
Right.
You cannot imagine your children being alone with her because she don't live how you
Side, dude,
live.
what you doing, bro?
But don't do that to him.
Right.
Remove yourself. But you have to remember these people are family. And your children are part of that.
Yeah.
And it's just for me, it's just so deep. It's layers because I went through so many different hurts of this whole thing.
Yeah.
I went through being really frustrated because Sharif just could not get it together. So I can relate to women on that end. I went through being sad
Saj, no, thank
that,
you.
oh my God, this is my destiny. I'm stuck with these people and this way. Okay, 1 second.
Okay,
And
go
this
get it.
way that they live. No, he can't go get the pizza, honey.
Oh, he's
He's
at pizza. Oh, oh, never mind.
and then I went through periods of where I just felt weak and vulnerable because I felt like they were taking my kindness for a weakness. And I felt like the high road was the low road. And I just there are moments I didn't want them there for, but I had to always keep Sharif first. And that's not to say that you're last. It's just to say, okay, so at a point you get to a point where you go, you need to go and enjoy your family because you never want to make him make that choice. You need to live that. I don't though.
Right.
I will not be mistreated. I
Right.
will not be, spoken about over my head. I will not.
Right.
But I support
Right.
you in that expression
Right.
for you.
And those are the moments where, like you were, like I know the common script will be, I keep putting him first. When do I become first? I'm always thinking about him and his mother's relationship, how I need to operate in my house so that my in law feels comfortable. And you're just going down this rabbit hole of selflessness, right? The key to that is exactly what Felicia was saying. There is a sweet point that you can support your man by allowing him to support his family, but you don't have to be a part of that, his extended family. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if there is an event that's happening at a family gathering and you're like, I don't want to be a part of that, but no, you go. You go. No, babe, like, I want you to go with me too. No, you go. I support that, but I'm supporting me as well by staying here so I can keep my chakras in alignment. You
That
feel
has
what I'm
been your
saying?
theme.
Keeping them chakras in alignment. Like,
You
I,
need
I have
peace.
to stay in
Yeah,
peace,
you need peace.
you know?
And you don't
So,
you don't you just don't need to wage war on the people who are never leaving your life.
right.
And like it's just people are difficult. All
Yes.
people are difficult.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody has something that's difficult. And the thing about our in-laws, unfortunately, we didn't choose them.
Right.
And they didn't choose us.
Right.
And they may not understand my family, my extended family on my husband's side. They are really like that. I did my brother-in-law's hair for an hour and we didn't talk for an
Oh,
hour. I was like,
we be on that mute.
they are not a
Right.
talking group.
Right. My extended family on her side
That's all we
is
do.
like that.
That's all we do.
We're like
There's no
that.
sound
They're like that.
and there's always high value.
Right. Right.
And everything is extreme.
Right.
Happiness is extreme. Anger is
Anger is extreme.
extreme.
Sadness is extreme. It's all extremes.
It's all extremes. And so that has got to be a shock for his family.
For
They
sure.
meet me and I'm like, help!
Right.
And they're like, this is not what we chose for Sharif.
Right.
Unfortunately, you don't get to choose. But that's
Right.
and for me, being around all these secretive people, I wasn't raised like that. It makes me very uncomfortable being around quiet people and just
Yeah, because that's not how you were raised.
it makes me
That's not what you're you.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, that wasn't your
Right.
environment.
So
Yes.
so when we all come together, it's always a shock.
Right, because it's polar
It's
opposites.
polar opposites. And you have to understand that.
But
Yes.
this is
Do it.
why I know I keep saying the same word, but y'all gonna get this. This is why judgment again is so key. Not being non-judgmental. We were having this discussion before where I said, you can have an introvert and an extrovert, right? And so the introvert wants to recharge by him or herself. The extrovert wants to recharge by being around people. They both recharge in different ways, but the introvert is looking like at the extrovert like, you so needy. You always want to be around people. You always want to be on the phone. Why can't you just sit still? You know what I'm saying? And then the extrovert is looking like, oh my God, you're such a maverick. You always want to be by yourself. You're so lazy. You just want to be in the bed, or you just want to be on the couch. You want to soak up on Netflix. You don't want to do anything outside. You don't want to live life. You don't want to breathe the outside air. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Weirdo.
So we're both coming from this judgmental place
Yeah.
where we can just say to ourselves, there are times as an introvert that I can adopt extroverted ways because I need to. And there are times as an extrovert that I need to adopt introverted ways. Your way is not evil. Your way is not bad. It's not good. It's just different from me. And so if we come again from this non-judgmental place, people, it's so important. Just even like the demographic that I was using here. Her side of the family is out. My side of the family is in. And so when we come together, when Felicia, her out and Sharif's in came together, it's like, oh my God, like
And
what
so
the
y'all
heck?
know what Christmas was like with everybody.
Right.
It was
It was like,
like
but we learned our ebb and flow. And as the mama's boy, again, when he can bring the king out of that kid, when the mama's boy can stand up then for his woman and say, listen to his family, this is the woman I chose. This is how she is. I like that about her. That's why I'm with her. I'm not going to say one thing to my wife like, "Ooh, baby, I love that you're this," or like she may say, babe, do you think I'm too loud?" No, babe, you're not too loud. I love your volume because it lets people know that you're in the room. And then I go to my mother and say, "Yeah, like I know, like she is too loud, like she is." No, you don't do that. You don't. You don't speak positively on the pillow, and then you have pillow talk with your mom, and then you speaking negatively and assassinating your chick's
But can I interrupt
character.
you? I don't think that mama's boys do
They
that.
do.
Let me
They do.
finish. I
I'm
think
okay. I'm gonna let you finish, but you're wrong. But
I think
mm,
that they want to please their moms so they don't fight against it. That's what you did in the beginning.
oh, for sure.
And so let's be there.
But
But let's
okay,
live there
no,
for a minute
yes.
cuz some man
Uh huh.
needs that.
Some man does need
He
that,
needs that.
and some man needs the other thing too. But
He
okay,
needs to
we can live
understand
right
that
there.
when you're not, it's not that you would say I don't like her. She is too much. But when it was stated, you didn't argue and you didn't say, you know what, I kind of actually don't like that about myself, that I'm so quiet. And so I am attracted to
Right.
somebody who's a little more outspoken. I
Right.
like that about her. If you would have said that August 4th,
Right. 2008. Yeah, that
where
it
would
would have been
you right, but you
right. Where
didn't
would we
start
be?
saying it for so many years. Like
True.
his friends, everybody's like, they don't make no sense. She this way, he that, it'll never work. He never said that's why I'm here. And if you
Right.
all of Sharif's exes act like this one.
Yeah.
I'm not an ex, but
Right.
they all act
Right.
like this.
Right.
He does not. He's never
I don't
had
do quiet and
all bruh. We could
serene.
all be
That's not right.
cousins.
Seriously, probably could. But no, and I appreciate like us living there. No,
Yeah.
because like that's true. And my thing is like how you were saying, if I did do that, but my default was retreat,
Yes.
right? It was retreat. Just like if it be something that my mother said that I didn't like, it wouldn't be me standing there in my manhood, like 2 feet, 10 toes down. Like,
Yes.
listen, this is what it is.
Right.
It was, man, I make it
Right.
this huge argument that deflects from what the real issue
Right.
is, and then it's just like this, we part ways,
Right.
right? And then we come back again because my mother just loves me so much, right? And so like we come back again because she's going to find some way to give something to me or something like that,
Oh.
so we can, you know what I'm saying? And then we just act like it never happened again, but it festers.
Yes, it does.
Your man, especially if you're with a man who is a mama's boy and he doesn't stand up, he'll get there, but it is going to take time. But a lot of these men, they retreat, or for an example, from what you were saying, we'll go to our mothers, and the mother will say a strong opinion, and we'll just not say something, or we'll be like, "Oh, Mom, don't say, oh, Mom," you know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Like, just not being argumentative with our mothers, because we don't want to create that drama.
Because we know how she is.
But on the other side as well, so we spoke to that man. There is that man out there too, who he will say one thing to his wife, but he will go to his mother and allow her to not only assassinate his wife's character, or his girl's character, but he will join the party.
But it's to please.
The motive, right? The motive,
Yeah, it
and
doesn't.
and
Right,
that I'm all about the motive. I'm like, well, like,
right.
you have to understand, but the motive at that point doesn't matter, because it shows that you are team her, and not the person who you are laying down rubbing thighs with at night. That is very important. And the reason why I'm going there, again, this is not a judgmental tone, but I'm calling it out because it's out there, and it needs to be discussed, and it needs to be attacked. Not in a violent way, but it needs to be said like, yo, I see you, bro, because been there, done that, or I've spoken to a man who is like you, and it does not work for the intimacy of your relationship.
I have so when it comes to the woman, I just have thoughts
I love that.
because
Well, you are a woman. I guess you. Yeah.
I've walked this journey
Yeah.
and we're still on the road. What happens is your lack of understanding, your lack of compassion causes you to put these
Lack of compassion, like the woman's
the
compassion.
lack of compassion for her man in this regard,
Hmm.
for her mother-in-law in this sense. It causes her to put these expectations that he can't meet those expectations.
Hmm.
He can't. This is significant. He cannot. It causes her to become kind of bitchy
Yes.
to the guy.
Yes.
His mom is his person.
Right.
Who do you talk to?
Right. Your person. You talk to your person.
So you're just not that way, which thank God.
Right.
Men who talk to their moms, they're not talking to their moms. We need to watch that. To hurt you.
Okay.
Where they're talking to who they trust, and she's saying, really?
Yeah.
She did that to you? I'm
Right.
so sorry. And he's feeling that understanding that he wants to feel from you.
Right.
And then she's calling up her sister, going, that's skank.
Right.
I know, because when my son is talking to me about his little hair, I'm like,
Right.
tell me more. Because I don't want to shut him down.
Right.
But I'm so mad at these kids.
Right. Right. Give me all the intel about these
Give
little
me these
demons.
kids.
Right.
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 So that's what I'm saying. It's not
Yeah, I
that
get that.
and you shouldn't do that, sir. You should not talk to your mother. You have to take Sharif's.
That's all I'm saying.
You
But
have to
right.
take that from Sharif's book. You have to understand that my mother. I'm not a mama's anything, but
Right.
I cannot talk to my mother about Sharif.
Right. Right.
No, I talk to my best friend Londell.
Right.
I go up, we go up. I go down, he fights for Sharif.
Right.
That is who I found. I can say Sharif da 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 da, and he's not gonna attack Sharif. He's
Right.
gonna say, you have to find that. He's going to say, but you know you this way, and he accepts this, or we're friends. Why do you feel? You have to find that person.
Right.
But you women, you have to encourage him too differently. It's a
Is a
fine balance.
right.
You have to encourage him, not discourage him.
Right.
And you have to understand, I fell in love. The same thing you love about a person is the same thing that sometimes you really just. I have
Yes.
story after story after story that didn't make it into the book. Actually, I should write a spinoff
Should.
from the
We can
from
have
the
a second edition.
words of the wife.
Right. Right.
But it's so many things, so many times where I wanted Sharif to stand up to his mom
Hmm.
on my behalf, on behalf of the kids even.
Yes.
And he was like, in my face. He'd
Yeah.
be like,
Hmm.
and then I look in that phone. How are you talking to her? And da 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 and da 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 and da. And then it occurred to me because she pushed him out of her body.
Yeah.
He knows her. He's comfortable with her. He trusts her.
Yeah.
You cannot erase that.
Yeah.
You cannot come along and make him see the monster that you see because you come from a different walk of life.
Mm.
I learned so much about my mother when I became an adult. Not saying that my mother's a bad person, but I just learned, oh, that's the way the world does it. I'm sure you all can relate to that. You think your parents' way is clutch.
Yep.
I didn't eat broccoli. I didn't eat spinach. I
Spinach.
didn't eat green vegetables. Only sweet peas and green
Yeah, she
beans.
didn't have spinach until she was 27 years old.
And broccoli too.
Yep, that's true.
And Sharif and Laquandra introduced me to those things.
Yep.
I didn't know that people ate this stuff
Yep.
like regularly. Just that simple. When you grow up, the right person put that in front of me, my palate was open. People
Wow.
tried to make me eat broccoli and stuff, aunts and grandmothers, and but they were trying to ram it down my throat. You
Wow.
gotta eat this, girl. You ain't getting up from the table till you eat that. And my mom is a thug, so I would just be like, I'm gonna call my mommy.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so that's what you have to. That's the way you have to look at it. You're trying to force these this
This
broccoli
broccoli
down this
down
man's
this
throat, and
man's
his mother
throat.
sitting high saying, "He don't gotta eat no broccoli.
Yep.
We don't eat
We don't eat
broccoli.
broccoli.
Forget that broccoli." And
Yep.
you like, we don't. That's right, mom. Or some men,
Mm.
because they don't want to hurt their wives or their girlfriends' feelings, they'll go like, but inside they're going, I don't have to do this.
Right.
My mommy said so.
Yep.
So you just have to find a way to say, no, but you do
Yep.
have to do this.
You
You
do.
you do have to be open to this. This is the way the world works. Your mother raised a son,
Yep.
but you're a man now,
Yep.
baby. And you have to kill them spiders. Sharif
Yep.
would not kill a spider.
Yep.
My brother-in-law will not kill a spider.
Mm.
My mother-in-law is definitely afraid of spiders.
Yep. So I learned that.
And that was a learned behavior. Sharif is picking up snakes
Yep.
at this point.
Yep.
But you know when it happened? When a what was it? What is it? A moth?
It
What's
was a
the
wasp.
a wasp got in our apartment and baby Sharif was like 2 months old.
Yep.
And out of nowhere emerged a bug killer.
Out of
I was
nowhere.
already, I was like, this is my role in the relationship. I killed a bug.
Didn't even give you the
That
opportunity. You
wasp
blinked and
was
it was
dead,
dead.
but I allowed that.
Yep.
You know, I constantly am waiting patiently for his growth spurts
Yep.
because it's not going to happen overnight. So I
Right.
guess for me, that's my only.
I love
That would
that.
be my little commentary
I
to
love
add to
that.
this. Just be patient because the man that you love, he's good. He is a good man, and he's in there, and she made it, and
Yeah.
she made him.
Yes.
But you just gotta weave through some stuff. But
I love that.
everybody has stuff.
You're right. Everybody has stuff. I love that. I really I really enjoyed this conversation.
Yeah, because you love lives.
I I I love what?
You love lives.
I love lives.
You love lives.
Lives. Oh, lives.
I love
I do
lives.
love
I
lives.
love lives.
I do like this was a killer. I really enjoyed this.
You
So,
always you
yo,
got
it's,
comments over there.
nah, it's
We
true.
fought this week, y'all, because I wanted to pre-record
Yeah,
and Sharif wouldn't.
yeah. I didn't feel like it. We had came off of a date, and I was like, she pulled out the camera and then put it on the floor when we came back from our date. I was like, what is this? I'm not. And my attitude just shifted. Which again, I apologize for that. You
I
know.
was just like, it's the holidays. We're
Yeah.
not gonna have an opportunity
Right.
to record, edit, sit down,
Right.
quiet. You know, if we have family, whatever.
Right.
And because you like lives,
Right.
now you got your little ponytail. I was cute this day too, y'all. I was cute. I
She was
wanted y'all to
cute.
see my
Cute.
lips. My eyes was all
So
done up.
cute.
I was in a good mood. I
So
was real
cute. You
playful.
cute.
I guess.
You cute. Cute. No,
No,
no. But
no,
she
no,
was
no.
dressed
I
cute.
was
Cute.
dressed cute. I'm in workout. I'm in business mode. Okay, my
Yeah.
business is starting back up January 7th.
Yep.
Virtual fitness classes are beginning January 7th.
Yep.
I'm starting out with a 20-day challenge, which I hate this idea. So y'all have to talk to me about that. We're gonna talk about that when
Seven
Sharif
to
went.
27th.
I don't want to do a challenge, but
Mm.
I realize that people need to test me out
Right.
again.
Right. Right.
Annoying.
I know. I know.
Anyway,
We're
but now I'm focused on business. You know what I mean? Because I work out at night.
Sonya said that she loves the lives too. But you know what? I think that to take a little from the book, I think that this live, I would much rather y'all see us live to say this.
Oh,
So I'm,
we're quitting YouTube. There
yeah,
it is. We're done. Super goes over.
right.
Let's pause before we move on and see what the comments say. But we're done. This is over. But what are the other comments? Because it was kind of. Oh, hi, KP. KP in the building. Oh my.
Man. I read Felicia. You kind of look like she said you kind of look like Princess Love from Love and Hip Hop. Who is Princess Love?
Ray J's wife. She just a psycho as me too. I love it.
Oh, I love
She's
that.
beautiful. She makes pretty babies
Well,
too.
she
Her
is.
kids do kind
Well,
of
you're
messed up.
beautiful.
I am beautiful.
You're beautiful. Um, yeah. Wait. She said what? Over? Who said that?
Is that Ava?
Ava
I
Stylist
knew it was
said
my
that.
baby Ava. I love Ava. I feel like I know Ava. Ava, her name is not Ava, but it's
Right, but we're going with Ava Stylist.
she is just she's down for us, man.
Yeah.
She is down for us. It's good when you have people that because you know y'all know Sharif is inconsistent.
Yes.
Wait a minute, did y'all see? Do y'all follow me on Instagram? This not a plug. I'm asking for a reason. So you don't troll me, which turns me off. But there is
You got three accounts. Like, what you
someone
talking
troll
about,
me,
bro?
troll
You
me.
don't troll me on
I
all my
definitely
accounts. No,
troll
you
all
don't.
those accounts.
What was the last thing I posted? Exactly. Don't do that.
You don't
Don't
post.
do that. You can keep going.
It's
You
six
keep saying what you were
days.
saying.
No, no.
You
The
keep saying
last
what you were
thing you
saying.
posted was all the family pictures, and I did not. I wasn't here for that picture with your whole family, and that was really a nice picture. I loved it. I literally loved it.
Thanks, babe.
It was really nice. It
Thank
was
you,
his
baby.
uncles, his mother, his grandmother, his brother. It was nice.
Thank you, babe.
I wasn't in it, and neither were my children. So,
You were
but it
in the
was
other
nice.
pictures.
But my kids weren't in that picture,
Yeah,
and
well, actually, they
technically
were
they
back
were
there.
related to Awful's
They were back
people,
there
so
on the
they kind
wall.
of should have been
They
in
were
the
back
picture.
there
But
on
they
the
weren't in
wall.
the picture,
They
so
were
I have
back there on the
feelings about the
wall.
fact that they weren't in the
Yeah,
picture.
they
But I'm
were
not going to say
upstairs.
anything
They
about
were
them
up.
being
Well,
in
you
the
just
picture.
said
But you
something.
looked happy in the
Like I
picture.
said, they was upstairs.
So that was the last thing you posted. Back to the point.
No, that wasn't. That was in a collage. But you can go. You keep going.
So someone posted, and I think it's a woman. That's in my picture. First of all, she DM'd me. And I don't know if this is a real person or not, but she DM'd me something vulgar. I didn't accept the view. I seen it, but I didn't accept it. So, and then she commented under one of my pictures that you were with her dream girl and she needed more vlogs.
I did see that. What are you talking about?
Well,
Oh.
I'm flattered.
Well, isn't this the same woman though? And I saw that, and I was thinking, isn't it the same woman that, like, the woman said something? I don't know. Is she watching right now? Actually,
I don't know, I'm a dream girl.
I don't know.
I was like,
But I saw the DM, and I was like, are you girl crushing on my wife
it's
right
not a
now?
crush. I'm her dream girl.
That's what she
A
said.
crush is for children
Yo, I'm
or a celebrity.
I'm trying to keep this down
She
because
said, I'm her dream
because
girl.
I don't want
You
to have these
have never
magnified
even
feelings.
called me your dream girl. I was like, I am not deleting this. This is flattery.
Yo, that's crazy. Yo, you is
I am
crazy.
blushing. I was like, oh
You
my
see
God.
you
I'm
blushing.
your dream girl. Do you know what dream? You are my dream man.
You ain't never say that to me.
I've told you that all my life.
No, you have not.
Anybody
That's a
who been
lie.
watching,
That's a lie.
if Pax
That's
was
a
on here,
lie.
she would
That's
say,
a freaking
first of
lie.
all,
You ain't never call me your dream man. Like nobody even says that. You're my dream man.
I have
Just like
always
nobody
said
says you're
you're
my
my.
dream girl. I
She
ain't never
said
heard
it.
of dream girl until I saw
It's
the
on my
movie.
page.
She's a woman. Ain't no man saying you're my
I
dream girl.
literally
I've never heard
have
no
said
man say
you're my dream guy all the
you have
time. You're
not.
the perfect guy for me. You're
Okay,
exactly
and
what I
I've
want.
said you're the
I
perfect
couldn't have
woman for
won
me.
you up.
What are you
No,
talking about?
no, perfect. No, no. Dream
Is
girl.
perfect man for me dream man?
You
That's not
are.
even a real
It
term. My
is.
dream guy,
You
my
are
dream
my dream.
man.
You are my dream guy. I've
I
said it
know
all my
this
life.
just like you know this with
No,
me.
I'm not your dream girl.
What are you talking about? Then who is?
I don't know, but it's not me.
I'm over you. You
Leave a
can you
comment.
can go and sleep in the bed, and I'm just staying and watching TV all night
That's
anyway.
what you want to do anyway. The way you left me
No,
alone in
I
bed the
want to
other
do
night,
that
I do
right
not
now.
care.
I want to do that right now because you get on my nerves. Let me get my popcorn. Azalea, no, seriously. Because we about to have a full blown argument out here because she's starting to piss me off now. And I'm trying to just
Why
keep
are
it
you
cute for
pissed?
everybody. Why am I pissed? because you keep on saying that crazy stuff like, um,
My feet are so hard.
I'm
I
not
gotta
your
run
dream
to
girl.
work.
Like Felicia says these stupid things. Like
But
when you
that's
get your
stupid.
second family, it is stupid.
It's facts
I
too.
know it's stupid. It's so stupid, and I'm not calling you stupid,
I
but what
receive
you're
that.
saying is
It's
stupid.
not stupid to
I'm
me.
not going anywhere. She keep acting or behaving as if
Mm-hmm.
I'm going somewhere.
You
When
are.
you get your second wife and your second family, I'm like, yo,
That's
what
when
is you
you leave the
talking
kids.
about? What are you talking about? Your period here? Like, what is you
I'm
talking
not gonna
about,
blame my
bro?
feelings on my period. It's
No, I like to
industry.
blame your feelings on your feelings. Your feelings is out of control sometimes. Like you got to channel that. I've been
I would
with you
not
for
channel it.
12. I told this woman I've been with her for 12 years. You know what I'm saying?
That's not 50.
I I don't care that I
You
don't
can
care
start a
that's
whole
50.
new life. This man is a young
This is
man.
me.
He can start a whole new life and a whole new family, and it
Yo,
would not affect nothing.
what are you
It would
talking
not
about?
affect anything. Don't sleep. Y'all chicks out
What
here be sleeping. Me and Londell was just talking about why don't first of all,
why won't
why
it
do
affect
women let
anything?
themselves go? Let's talk about that.
What? Why don't what?
Why do women let themselves go?
Because y'all say dumb things like what you're
I
saying.
saw
That's
somebody
why.
on
Because y'all have
Snapchat
that
who I
mindset.
know.
That's why. Are you listening to that?
What?
Because y'all say crazy things like what you're saying. You're gonna have a second
You
family.
don't
You're
even have
gonna
a
do
second
this. You're gonna
family.
do that. So you just lose hope. You just do stupid stuff to yourself.
Like what?
Like
Cause honey,
let go of yourself.
I'm gonna not let go of myself. Okay.
Why?
Because when you get that second win, I'm gonna be around here looking like Jada Pinkett Mama,
Exactly.
walking out of the pool
Like why?
with my
Because I
grown
put that
kids.
battery in your back. That's why. What you
You
talking about?
actually got to Pandora.
You're
That was Pandora.
no,
I'm gonna go with
no.
Pandora for 500.
I'm going to go with keep yourself beautiful, blah 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 blah, and all that stuff. But you was talking about keeping your body right and all that. That was me.
Baby
That
me.
was me. No, don't baby me. Because the same way that you like to always gloat how you made my fashion and all that. Great. Yes. My hair, like, not saying just like the man bun, but I'm talking about like the care of my hair, the texture of my
When you don't
hair
listen to me, I'll
really
brush your
showed
neck.
out because my wife, she taught me all that. You know, she upgraded my fashion. I used to wear sweatpants and loose clothes. You know what I'm saying? But to the point, the same way that you be doing all that is the same way that I grew you too.
Sharif, I was in a
You
music
ain't never.
group. We had
Okay.
to work
Where?
out, bro.
Okay.
I worked out
But did you work out when I was with you? No.
because I was depressed that I
No.
lost my record deal
I
because
don't.
one of my group members decided to go
You
have my
lost your You
baby,
lost your record deal 6 years before you even got me. What are you
and I was
talking
still
about?
depressed.
Oh, okay,
I was in
okay.
an abusive
So that's what we're gonna
relationship.
go with.
I
That's
went from a
like
major
we said earlier in
life
the live.
trauma.
Play
I
the victim.
lost my
Play the
like
victim, and I'll
I
be your
was
superhero.
assigned
I'm so
artist
sorry. So that's
to
what I'm gonna do.
Arista.
I'm so sorry.
Signed. And I had to go with the group. That's why I don't do group activities, okay? That's why I don't even have my business is moving slow. Because I don't want no partners. And why? I don't put none of my name for nobody, nothing. And it's all because that girl went, I want to have a baby. You want to have a baby at the height of my life? My life shouldn't be conjoined to yours in that way.
I'm
I don't
sorry.
feel. So, okay, I had to move on from that. What do? I throw myself into this relationship with somebody who doesn't want me to be around men. There's men everywhere. So he kept me hostage in the house.
I'm so sorry.
Like, I was depressed, but I was working out. And you know what he used to say? You're running around the track field trying to get guys to look at your butt. Bro, I'm running around the track field trying to keep my heart pumping.
I'm sorry.
So I stopped. It wasn't you,
I'm sorry. It wasn't me.
but you did give me a little self
No.
esteem by telling me
Right.
on my drive to work every morning. That's what I like. The white girls running with their ponytails bouncing.
I never said
You
that.
did say that. And you told me also that if I got fat, you were only going to hit it from the back.
I did say that. And that's just the point. That's all I'm saying. That was her driving force. That was her driving force. That's all I'm saying.
The back still
That's
works.
all I'm
The
saying.
back still works. The back still works. But I do want you to look at me from the front.
That's
Did
all
you
I'm
read any
saying.
of the comments?
I did.
What they say?
Rastania said that you're a killer.
I'm a killer,
Um,
like a murderer.
like Felicia is a killer.
Murderer.
Rastania said that battery. Period. Um, and people just laughing. That's it. Just laughter going
Right.
on everywhere. But yeah, we
So we're leaving YouTube.
yeah. What are you talking about?
What? Why is that TV so loud? Why are your kids woke still?
That's I don't know. We're not leaving YouTube. I don't know
I
why
am
she
leaving
said
YouTube.
that. Well,
I said that because Sharif can't
Felicia's
keep up with the vlog.
Felicia's leaving YouTube.
Right.
I'm not.
And who y'all here for?
Her. Right. So the views gonna go like this. Like real
The
down.
views are
The views gonna go down even more. Because Felicia said that she's done.
I'm done.
But we're not doing a Super Gold Sunday anymore, like for sure. It's going to transition, and yeah, we're not doing that anymore. But it is going to transition. I call it T-gism. I just made up. I just made that up.
Okay. I like your
But thank
creativity.
God I'm still married. Thank
Okay,
God I'm
so
still
this is
married.
why I don't want to participate in this.
Okay.
And y'all, let's talk about this.
Okay.
I don't want to participate in thank God I'm still married because it limits my audience.
It does.
Okay, Sharif seems to think that all I want to talk about is single people topics because all I talk to are single people.
No, you want
That's
to
what
talk.
you
You
said.
want you
That's
want to
what you
talk
said.
about single people topics because you're uninterested in marriage, and you want to talk about single people topics. That's
Well,
why.
if we talk about marriage topics, only married people will watch, and married
Well, not
people
necessarily. That's not
think
true.
they have figured it out.
Like there's people who are in relationships who like the marriage stuff. The only difference is you're saying my husband, my wife. That's
They
it. My grandparents were together, which was crazy, but my grandparents were together for 30 plus years before they even got married.
mistake number one.
That was crazy. Like I was at their wedding. There's no reason why I should be at my grandparents' wedding in my house. But I mean, that's how it happened. You know what I'm saying? My girlfriend's all right, man. Let me put a ring on that thing, baby.
I'm
You
done
know?
had them.
And
I'm
it
done.
was it was like 30 plus years later. You know what I'm saying? It was like in their
I
40s at the
just
time,
don't
late 40s.
like. I think that relationships is our lane, not
Azalea, we ain't going nowhere.
marriage. I think that marriage is a constitution
Hmm.
that is ever changing and ever evolving.
Hmm.
And I don't think that YouTubers are completely honest about their marriages. And
And
we're
that's why we need to have this.
and no, because what we you can't be. I cannot tell you guys my husband's secrets.
What who why would you need to tell my secrets?
Because
That's not
just be open.
I am.
Come on, do it.
No,
Open up.
I'm not.
You have to open up.
I am open.
Please open.
I'm
You're
open.
not. You're closed. No, to me. To me. Come
I'm
on, please.
not opening
Look
it
at
to
me,
you. I'm
please.
I'm
See?
opening to them. What is
Come
going
on.
on?
Because you're not open. I know
Yo,
you're not.
no, cause this is
Kiss.
crazy. All
Kiss.
right, well, I will have that because I
Open.
like kissing you,
Be open.
little sweet baby. All right.
Say it.
Ah.
Don't you feel open? See, I felt you open. Y'all
I'm
should do
open.
that. You're open,
I'm
right?
open.
I felt the open.
I'm open.
When you, I forgot my point
You said marriage is like this
now. Okay,
Constitution.
there it is. So when you are married,
Hmm.
okay, your marriage is private and sacred.
Yes, my
It's
secrets. Oh yeah, yeah,
it's ever changing,
yeah.
and every marriage has figured out the rhyme and the reason and the structure for their
Hmm.
relationship.
Hmm.
I know somebody who really takes this YouTube stuff to heart.
Hmm.
Like they really believe in all these people and it's exhausting because I'm a YouTuber and I know that YouTube is a business and I'm one in a million and I just there are so many things that I would love to cover on my channel but I can't
Hmm.
because I'm in a world with other people.
Hmm.
There are so many topics that I wanted to talk about within our relationship, but I have to consider my mother-in-law. I have to consider my father-in-law. I have to consider their secrecy. I have to consider my children's teachers and their friends and their classmates. I need to once I put my opinion out there, you have insight into my way of thinking. And I think many YouTubers are dishonest about like what was his name? The show
Oh, Shay
Smucker.
Tire.
Shaytar was cheating. The black and white couple got a divorce. What is her name from England?
Yeah, like the British.
The British?
I don't remember. Jamie and Nikki.
Jamie and Nikki. Latoya and for Adam won't lose. What's going on is people cannot be they you it's only so much you can really share. But when you pull all these collective stories from other people, it I can give my opinion about those kinds of things. I can't talk about our real issues.
Right.
I'm being honest with y'all. Like I talk about things once we're way done with it, and I'm open to the world's opinion.
Correct.
I'm strong. I've built up that armor.
Correct.
But there have been times in our relationship where it was hard, and we
Correct.
were choking and trying to figure things out.
There was a series that we had where like we were literally doing the video as it was
And
being
that was
done.
unhealthy for our
Right.
marriage.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And so if I can't just talk about marital issues because it's I'm speaking to my marriage.
Correct.
But I can talk about my previous relationships. I can give opinions about things that my friends may be experiencing. Miraculously, me and my married friends don't even talk about marriage.
So here's my thing though, but I think that even when you speak about marriage, like having this new marriage channel, like when you speak about marriage, you can. Th- I don't think that you can be married and still not interject singledom. It's not possible. It's just not possible.
Thank God I survived my marriage.
Thank God I'm still married.
Okay, I don't know. What do you
Yeah,
guys
I
think?
so and I I'm about to go spiritual because I feel this and we can
You
just
never have to introduce that to me. I love your spiritual stuff.
no, I'm saying that and my spirituality, like when I have my spiritual points, you know, I'm very strong in believing that. And if we just disagree, then we're going to agree to disagree. I I love to go to your way of thinking, even if I don't follow it, because I'm stubborn in that way. But I typically really think how you think, and when I don't, and then
Babe, what are you
no,
saying?
and
Just
then
say
no,
it,
no,
please.
I'm gonna say this.
I'm anxious to know.
And it's gonna happen. But when you say things and I may not agree with it, I'm like, oh shoot, I do agree with what you're saying. You're so smart, you're so beautiful, you're so intelligent. So anyway, okay, fine, fine, whatever. But to the point, um, the spiritual part of it is, I think that, of course, like you said, it's unhealthy when you share things in your marriage as they're going on, right? You want to call them secrets and all that. When I think about that, I think about Noah. Noah in the Bible was drunk and then he was naked in his tent. One of his sons saw him naked. Noah, you know, the guy who built the ark. One of his sons saw him naked, and then the other two sons, they went back, they went into his tent, but they were walking backwards, and they covered their father because the son was like, "Dad's naked," blah blah blah, and then they left. And then when Noah woke up and he found out what happened, he cursed his son that looked at him naked. What was the point of that? It was because there are things in life that you do not reveal because it's not ready for you to reveal them. Like my children are not going to see a side of me that I'm not going to reveal everything about myself to my children because they're not at that age and stage yet. So that's how it is like in YouTube world too. It's not faking. It's just sometimes it's dangerous for you to go through the process and be talking about it and getting all of these opinions and you don't know what's going on with your marriage yet. That's one. But I do believe in being an open book. Like me,
And I don't.
my main source of open book is the Bible. I look at
But we're
all of
not the
these
Bible.
stories. I am. I'm a
I'm
living.
not.
I'm a living word for sure.
What up?
Like God is
In
all
this.
up in me. Is all up in me, and God's in you too.
No, God is it.
Therefore,
We're just different.
therefore, you are. No, we're not different
We're-
because you're the most open. Like you're very open.
but I'm learning to close.
You're the most open vault person I know. Felicia is the vault. She keeps everybody's secrets, but she's so expressive and open and honest. And I think that that's what's going to help in this new series. I really think that thank God I'm still married. Yes, we'll still talk about like singledom and all that, but at the end of the day, you'll know that this is a husband and wife who are talking about current marital issues that we may be experiencing and be open to that. And I think that we're in a more mature place. I just think that this run is going to work. I really do. I think it'll be more impactful and effective.
And you don't think super goal is?
I don't think Super Goal is, y'all. This is why. I think that people are so programmed on Sunday that when you hear Super Goal, you think of Super Soul Sunday, which is Oprah. And I just think that people typically come to Super Goal for something different. And I don't know
Thank
what.
God I'm still married. It just sounds. I just loved eggplants and tacos. I really did.
We can do that then.
I mean, no,
We
I'm
can
I'm
go
I'm
ahead.
where you are. I just, for me, I really am adamant about. I'm trying to become more closed. I'm trying. That's something I'm working on. 2021. What's your New Year's resolution? To shut the up.
Okay.
That's my New Year's resolution. I don't want to be open. I just don't want to expose myself to the evils of the world anymore. And I think that by being open, unfortunately, that is one of the repercussions. People start to think that they have you figured out, and they think that they can talk to you and be, I don't know, disrespectful.
I get that.
And I don't want that. And I also, I'm not comfortable being vulnerable in my marriage anymore. That part of me has changed.
Mm-hmm.
Where there was a point when we were just so solid, where I felt like even if we had a disagreement, whatever. But in this COVID climate, and maybe it's 40, I don't know, but things are changing in my mind. The way that I'm seeing the world, the way that I'm receiving things and people is being shifted.
And I think that these are discussions that you and I could definitely have in this new phase.
But I don't
In
want
this,
to.
well, I mean, you're talking about it right now.
No, I'm giving you the reason.
Well, I understand
Live.
that, but what I'm saying is, even something that you're experiencing right now, this is something that you can say. And then, like
That's a
because
personal
it is not a secret. You know what I'm saying? You're 39, and
I'm 40.
I'm okay. You're 40, and I'm 34 now. So like we have a 5 6 year gap between us. There are certain things like hurdles that you've experienced and you've been over like 34 and 35. Like every year that I turn, I always tell Felicia, what would you tell your Felicia at the age that I'm turning right now? And she would say, I would say this, blah 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 blah. So like I think those are you and I disagree on things like that because I'm not where you are right now. Like I'm not a 40-year-old man.
And you will never be a
You
40
feel
year
what I'm
old
saying?
woman.
True. So we can definitely talk about that, but I just think that it'll be very impactful.
I mean, you're the leader of my life, and so of
The
our
Lord of your body.
right, and of our family, and so the direction in which you choose to go, I will follow. But I just don't. I'm just being honest on this platform, and I'm telling you all, I am not comfortable talking about my marriage on any level,
I get that.
and I'm more muzzled,
I get that.
and I don't like that. I think it's fake. I don't want it. I don't
And
want a chicken nugget. I want a chicken breast. So if I can't be honest about who I am, which I'm learning, which this has been a 40-year
then
journey,
I'm not gonna participate.
I am learning that I cannot be myself. And in the areas where I can't,
Right.
I don't think I was created to be an artist. I was created to be expressive.
Right.
I don't live that life. I live
Boxed in
this
life.
desperate housewives life. And
I've never seen this parallel actually.
the white picket fence, the perfect hair, the prim clothing. Everyone is together. No one has dirty secrets. Everyone has sex only to make babies. Like, bruh, what? But that's the life that I'm living. And my workouts are offensive to people. That's bothering me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm married to Sharif, I apparently I can't work out
Right.
and show it because my butt is showing.
Right.
I've never seen a fitness person in a like I want to do lingerie shots. You know what I mean? But I don't.
Right.
So it's like I'm just at a new place in my life where I feel like if I can't say it, then I won't say anything.
I mean I just you and I will have the back and forth with that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we just really will. And maybe you'll relent, maybe you won't, because you are 40 and fine, baby, and you just about doing what you got to do. And I respect that and appreciate that about you. I really respect your opinion.
I know.
I love where you are,
Mhm.
and I mean, and you know where I am, which is what I'm saying. So maybe we'll find like a middle ground. I don't know, but the point is, we just wanted to let you know, like that, definitely, this is the last Super Gold Sunday. You know, that's not happening
I can't believe
in
you making me
2021.
read these comments. You corny. Like I'm always flexing in this relationship.
I was just
You were not.
reading them,
You.
but you were. Yes, I was. Those were the last. You unmuted the.
I don't know what I'm doing.
It's okay.
Leaving where? No, I don't
I read
know.
that.
They think they're going. Yo, 30 years. What's that? See, I like to know what they're thinking when we're talking. Yeah, okay. That's how it should be when you overcome their issues. You can talk about it. Yes. I think sometimes people perceive me as very, very, very open. I say too much, but I truly. Right. Right. I hope you have a good Christmas. Oh, stay safe. Thank you. That's Chloe. I don't know Chloe. Chloe's new.
Yeah, she maybe knew. So,
But she said stay
we
safe.
read all those.
So oh no, you did not read Rastania saying that she loves Felicia. She said, man, I love Felicia. You didn't read that. And I love that. And I love you. And I was like, so you don't post vlogs and then I don't get to talk to everybody.
Yeah, right.
See, you don't
Which
have any guilt for
no,
that.
no,
No
I do
shame.
have guilt for that. Like I'm the first person to say it, which that's going to change.
Oh, Amber Sonia said she ain't got Insta?
Oh, we're signing to have Instagram.
What?
Oh shoot,
Why?
that's how they must do in Canada. I don't
That's
know.
where life
Nah, I'm
is.
just kidding. Son.
She said, Azalea said she's disregarding it's over. And why is the camera going cloudy? And your man
Um,
bun isn't showing anymore. Looks like you have a haircut.
that's only because you scrolled.
Oh. I'm gonna have to rewatch. I got distracted by the kids. We didn't know that. See? Oh, I just love these comments, guys. Okay, I'm done. See? Crown Lynn said you're so passionate about your book. I'm gonna need two.
Boom.
You didn't read that?
I didn't see that. Crown Lynn. Okay.
Yes. See? And Rastania said we definitely jumping that dude. The Rastania is like my sister.
All right.
Y'all, I met an older lady. She was like a dream from heaven.
Yeah.
This lady, I don't have Insta either, but I stalk Felicia through my husband. Which one? I have three accounts. Which one are you stalking? Which one? I'm gonna be mindful of the stalk now. So
Older woman who's
I met this. What is wrong? I've grown up ADHD sometimes. So this lady was a grown up version of me. She was like 60,
mm-hmm.
and she was talking about her vagina,
Mm-hmm.
and she was talking about how she is a mood. I'm not gonna say all the stuff she was saying, because if y'all ever ever in the same situation, y'all gonna know who I'm talking about. And I don't want to divulge her business.
Oh shoot.
I
Yeah,
love
that's
this
funny.
lady. I was thinking, why? Where did you come from? Why don't I have one?
And where have you been?
And can we be friends?
Can we be friends?
I want this lady to be my
You
friend.
want this 60-plus-year-old lady to be
Babe,
your
she
friend.
was so spicy.
Yeah. Which meeting her initially,
When I met her,
I
I
got
was
none of
like,
that.
mm.
I thought she was a
I
wet
thought she was a
potato chip.
limp too. This
You know?
lady, and she kept standing up to give her examples. She was talking about what you got to do in that bedroom. I want her to be a guest host on Sexology, which I
Yo.
think I'm starting my page back up because
Amen.
it's me,
As you should.
honestly.
Y'all ever watch
Have y'all ever watched
Sexology?
mine?
Sexology. That's the sex
Oh my
page.
God, Rastania says she stalks through her husband's Insta too. Ah, see you, and that's another thing because I talk so much when we get on live. How long have we been here? Like 4 hours.
Probably like an
See,
hour
I
or
don't got
something.
time for that. Felicia, you ever thought about having a podcast? I mean, no face, no case. You know
We do
what?
have a podcast.
My
Oh,
face
you.
is kind of
How
my
about
thing.
you?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like to see it.
I like it. I like it a lot.
But I do. I have a Dominican friend, and she wanted to have a podcast.
Oh, for
But
real?
yeah, she wants to have a podcast, and she is really spicy, like
Opinionated.
Cajun.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't even know. She might be spicier than I can even tolerate. But she is very opinionated. But she she might like justice more than
I think she likes justice, right? Justice and equality for all.
right. And
And that is not
that
your
makes me
vibe.
very uncomfortable
Right.
talking about equal rights
Right.
because I just don't like to talk about facts because facts it just it linchpins you to something and I just don't. So I'm really smart, but I just rather keep it right here because it's just easy to give my opinion
Right.
based on giving my opinion about something. I don't advocate for things because it's just stressful to me. She listens to sex.
We're starting session.
Rastania, you you're for me.
you're,
She is
you're
for
for
me.
me.
Because if I were to listen to anything, it would be sex. And then I have another friend, Mo. Mo
Yeah.
wants to do a podcast
Yeah.
too. But we live in different states. I just don't know. You know, like I'm.
That's not different. I mean, living in different states isn't different.
I know. But Mo also has. She's a self-proclaimed flighty person.
Right. Yes, she is.
So she'll be like, I want to do it, and then 2 weeks later
Right.
she won't. And I'm not like that.
Need the consistency.
And I'm just, for me, it's the partnerships. Like this is the first, last, and only partnership I'm willing to endeavor into. I'm not with it. Partners, partners change. Sharif told me last week that he took a break from our marriage.
That's what I wanted to talk about on Thank God I'm Still Married. Boom. See? See how you say you don't want to talk about our marriage, but you just opened that up? Get this woman to talk long enough and you'll be getting your truth. This is the essence of you. I did tell her that.
And
I don't think that we should talk about that right now.
it messed me up.
I think we should talk about that on Thank God I'm Still Married because y'all, that that was a real aha, like revelatory moment for both of us.
For you.
And no, for both of us because you had me bumping my head against the wall
You
trying
said
to
we
figure
weren't
out
gonna
what
talk
was
about it.
going
You're
on.
talking.
No, but yo, you funny. You funny.
Come here.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I love you though. I love you though.
I know your real face. This is a real mad face.
It is. It is.
Don't come up here acting like you want to kiss
I'm
me
not.
because you really don't.
I know. I always want to kiss you.
No.
No,
Not
I
those
always
8
want to
days
kiss you.
that you didn't kiss me. That turned into 12
That was what?
last year, just last
That
year
was
at the
last
same
year.
time.
That was last year at the same time. Why are we talking about that right now?
Because we're gonna talk about our marriage. Let's do it.
This isn't Thank God
Let's
I'm
do
Still
it.
Married.
Let's do
Yo,
it.
like,
Let's
what are you
do it.
talking about?
Do it.
Get out of here, dude. Like, what are you talking about? Yo, she is crazy.
Tickle, tickle, daddy.
I'm not ticklish.
Wait, she said, what other Instagram you have? I follow FC. Girl, I have Shifi Ali.
Let me write them down, man.
Why you writing them down? Shifi Ali is my favorite. So FC Ali Rastania is just like an extension of my Facebook page. It's where the church people are and the aunties. Shifi Ali is my page. I just recently took all my pictures off of it. I'm under construction because I'm trying to figure out how I want to represent myself. 40 got me in my head a little bit, y'all. 40 is coming in 3 months, and I'm just like, who are you? Do I want to be like? I'm really silly, y'all. Y'all know me. Y'all know me because y'all around. But the world doesn't. The world, the 50 people that follow me.
Boom!
And so when when people see an attractive person, they just kind of think that you're snooty, you're a mean girl, and it couldn't be further from the truth about me. But what I've learned about me is in my pictures, I go like,
Right,
and I'm like, but that's not me,
right,
like at all.
right,
And so I am sexy, but I'm more playful than I am sexy,
right,
and I'm not communicating that effectively.
right.
So I took all my pictures down, and I'm trying to determine what is the right picture to post. And then I have She Bad Fitness, which is where I post my workout videos. And yeah, I just do that there. But my favorite page this is the page where I scroll on is She Ali. But I love I'm obsessed with my kids and Sharif's face. So I like to post them. I like to have. He doesn't like that I have all these pages though. But Shifi Ali is for Felicia. That's all you're gonna get there.
Right.
With no Sharif, not a sprinkle of a child.
Right.
I am a single kid-free person there. That's
Right.
how it looks. That's not my intention, but that's how it looks.
Right.
I made a mistake and uploaded a video of Baby Sharif
She
singing.
was like, "Oh my god, oh my god."
I was like, no, I'm sexy over here. I'm sexy over here. So this is me. This is not y'all. Because you know, sometimes when you like one of my friends had said to me, LaQuandra, she was like, I don't want to see them. She was like, I'm here for you. And I get that, but we do have, all of our family is spread across, and we have, our YouTube brand was used to be a brand. It's just us up on YouTube now, but and so people want to see Sharif and the kids. That's all they want to see on my Facebook. I post a picture of me on Facebook and I get like 2 likes.
Yeah.
So Bashifi Ali is Felicia. So if you want to see Felicia, you're gonna get her there. If you want to see Felicia working out, you're gonna get
She
that.
had fitness.
You're gonna get that on She Feed too.
Right.
It's not in the feed.
You're
only
getting
in
the stories. And
And
if you want to get the extension of Facebook,
you go to FC
which is
dot
the family.
ALI. Is that even? I don't even know.
FC
Underscore.
Yes. No, I think it's FC.ALI31.
No, that's my email.
Oh my god.
I don't even know my FC one. It's there, and I'm not ashamed there. Like I post what I want on my FC page, and I don't care if I get a like or not. On Facebook, I'm really concerned about likes. I'm like, oh my god, I don't like that. I get all low self-esteem about it.
Yes,
But
and it says 0 posts right now because
I just
right,
gave her all. Oh,
right,
she probably said that
Right.
it's probably delayed.
right.
Yeah. So that's it. But I'm about to go upload because I'm about to go work out.
Yeah. She about to go work out, and I'm going to. What am I
Watch
going to do?
TV. That's what you said.
I think I'm going to eat some ice cream cake, and I shouldn't have said that.
Is that ice cream cake still on the table from all
No,
those hours
I put it
ago?
in the freezer.
Oh, because I'm just trying to figure
I'm
out
trying
what
to
with
be a
your
better
kids.
husband, more responsible. I love you,
I love you more.
and thank you for
And I'm
giving
not
me
gonna
this
have a second
wonderful
baby.
2020 ride.
Oh, you did not. You were not in the car. He told me he left the building in 2020. He left me holding a COVID bag in my hand.
I can't comment on your Facebook post, Aristania said. She said, but I follow you.
Why can't you comment?
Well, I'm going to miss this. Ava Stylist, we're going to miss this too, but either way, we still have to work out what we're going to do, but
It's
Super Go Sunday is done. So, it was a good ride. How long have we been doing Super Go Sunday? For 3 years?
4.
4 years.
Don't get. I'm
Wow.
emotional.
Yeah, me too.
No, you're
I'm like more emotional than you are. I just
No.
don't show it. You're more expressive.
I'm so expressive,
I'm
guys.
more emotional.
Oh my God, 40 is making me so
Typically, you and I are
comfortable
more emotional
with
than
being
you.
expressive. It is like I am so comfortable being expressed. I've never felt this way in my entire life.
And I'm glad.
That brings like my heart is fluttering right now.
Right, and I'm so happy about that because that's who I fell in love with.
No, you fell in love with someone else, like a
Mhm.
clip of it.
I saw you before you noticed you. That's the thing about yourself. Sometimes you can be so close to, like, how you're close to an object and you can't see it in its entirety, but someone who like really just genuinely likes you and is genuinely interested in you and wants to understand you and wants to learn from you. I pulled out like most aspects of your life and I saw you for who you were. Like this person that you're showing, this is no surprise to me. What I just love is because like you in your 20s, you want to be you, but you don't know who that really is yet, and then you get in your 30s and you think, oh, okay, but you think in your 30s I figured out like who I am, but no, you really just figured out who the people you were around should not have been around. You started realizing in your 30s the people who I befriended or who I got into relationships with, that one person I had sex with, blah blah blah. Like all those people from your teenagers to your 20s, you're like those type of people. I would not have chosen them for myself. It was just all time, places, and circumstances. That's what your 30s is really about. And then you get nearer to 40, and you're like, okay, I got all of the mistakes that I made. I learned who I am not by the people who I don't want to be around, who I do want to be around. Now this is really me. And you start to embrace more happiness, and that's what I'm starting to see from you. You're giving yourself space to be happy, and you are like unadulterated happiness, and you're not making any qualms about it, and you're not expressing any type of fear about it. You're just like, this is how I am. I'm happy about that. If you're here and rocking with me, cool. And if you're not, then that's just what it is. Whatever. But you are definitely giving yourself less energy to people and their expectations and standards and the stuff they place on you, and you're really just looking at yourself. But I knew you before you knew you.
Because you're my father.
I am your
Kiss
father.
me, baby.
I love you. I love you. All right, I guess I'm about to watch TV, y'all.
Who said what?
Who said I don't have the option? Rosnani said I'm definitely going to miss y'all. Then she said I don't know. I don't have the option.
She doesn't have the option to comment on my Facebook.
Oh,
But why?
yeah, I don't know. I
That
have
makes
no
no
idea.
sense to me.
I don't know. That's that Canada United States thing, maybe. I don't know.
Well, if she says she follows me, that means we're not friends.
Yes.
But I don't even know that you follow me.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. Yeah,
Like, I
y'all
didn't
gotta
even get
work
a
that out,
notification.
Rosnani.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta work that out. You got anything else to say?
I gotta work out.
You gotta work out. All right. She gonna work out, and I'm gonna not work. So, all right, that's it. We love y'all. Happy 2020. You know,
2021.
my birthday is December 31st,
That's what the day of the book
last day of the
release.
year, and that's the book release. So, I already put it in the chat what the name is. Would love for y'all to go cop that. You know,
Why you gotta say cop? What does that even mean? What does cop that mean?
I'll explain to you later.
Because you grew up in the streets and I did not.
You did not grow up in
So I have no idea
but
what
you are
cop that
from
means.
these streets, though.
I'm up. It's weird. It's the weirdest. I am an enigma.
Felicia is not from the streets, but she is of these streets.
I am Jada Kiss.
She is. She is. If I hugged you and loved you, but it'll just keep it 100. That's her. That's her inside. That's what her inside sound like.
And my throat itches. Do you think we got COVID?
No, it's because I was just putting on this Jada kiss. Like that thing like killed me. No, but that's really her.
I loved it.
She's like, someone love you, someone use you. It don't matter who, as long as you know who's who. Like that's who she is. I need some water because that's crazy. Thank you, baby. Have a good night, y'all. Happy 2021. Love you.
Yeah.